Well, good morning, family, and happy, merry day after Christmas. How is everyone doing this beautiful Financial Freedom Friday? I know that we all had a wonderful Christmas day. Some of us are still traveling in and out of town, and some of us are just getting home. Some of us are just getting up because we just had a long night sitting up, having a good time with family and friends and guests. And just talking about good things that happen throughout the year. Well, you have dialed into the team effort lifestyle call where you will hear things that will move you from facts to faith to action. You will continue always to hear great things that happen in the lives of people around the globe. Testimonies, story after story, how the vitamin sprays are making such a huge difference in the life and the health of so many people. You're going to hear stories about how the financial compensation plan is changing people's finances, and you're just going to hear from a lot of great leaders and get a lot of wonderful tools to help you to take your business to the next level. Well, this is the Team Effort Lifestyle Call, and I am your host, Pastor Denise McDowell, along with my business partner, one-star Pastor Del Wafer. Family, the line is open. Introduce yourself, and where are you calling in from?
Pastor Denise, this is Keith Moultrie, Only Maryland. How are you this morning?
Keith Moultrie, a man on a mission. I'm doing great, sir.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Keith, I tell you, man, you came into the business and you hit that ball right out the park field. I mean, you came in, you got a position, you built a website. The website is simply incredible. It is beautiful. You made your list. You came for your mastermind training. You got your plan written out. Or you heading straight to that Mercedes-Benz dealership, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. My Mercedes and my Batmobile. Gotta have that. Oh, yeah.
I have no doubt it's going to happen because you are just on fire, and that's how we do it. That's exactly how you do it.
Just getting started.
Well, good to hear you this morning.
Thank you.
Keep it coming. The family who is with us this morning, go right ahead. Introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Well, good morning, Pastor D. How are you? This is
Diane calling
from Lawrenceville, Georgia.
Oh, you guys in Georgia tripped out of town on us for the holidays.
I know, having a wonderful time. How are you? Did you have a wonderful Christmas?
We did. I was up all night cooking Wednesday and finished cooking on Christmas Day, and we just sat up all night and ate and talked and laughed.
Oh, my gosh. Yes, we did the same. It was just wonderful. Right. Till you couldn't eat anymore. Well, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, being with family.
Yeah, thank God for Swim by 10, right?
Yes. We'll be working on that strongly when I get back.
Well, good to hear you this morning.
Thank you, sweetie. It's good to hear your voice and the family.
Well, keep it coming, family. Who's with us this morning? Go right ahead and introduce yourself. Where are you calling in from?
Jesse Bowden. Merry Christmas, Pastor Denise and 10 family.
Jesse, how's it going, sir? You at the Pentagon there? Did they let you off?
Oh, we got a president actually had to let us off today, so thank you, President Obama.
You see there? Another day to shed sprays.
Amen.
Jesse, you just might be going to pick out your card this month, huh?
Oh, I hope so. That's the goal. It's going to happen.
And we're going to find out in just a few days, huh?
Yes, we will. That's for sure.
Wow. Good to hear you.
Wait. Same to you.
Sandy Goins, Springdale, Maryland.
Good morning, Sandy. How are you, Sandy?
Good morning. Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm doing very well, thank you.
Well, Merry Christmas to you, and it's good to hear you this morning.
Thank you so much. Good to hear you as well. My very best to all of you.
Thank you, Sandy. Thank you for that. That's nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Season's greetings, family. Paul Jackson, Fairmont Heights, Maryland.
Well, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Jackson. How are you this morning? How was your Christmas?
Doing great. It was a magnificent time. Always good to be around family.
Did you make any of that special sweet potato?
I'm sorry?
Did you make that special sweet potato that you hook up?
Not this time, but some years ago. Some years coming.
Let me tell you, family, Mr. Paul Jackson, not only is he smooth butt on the dance floor, but this man can make some sweet potato like I've never tasted before. I don't know where he got that recipe from.
My mom.
Incredible. Go ahead, Mom. I'm glad she gave it to you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I know Miss Peter Jackson is there.
She's out and about.
Okay.
Millionaire Dominican Sheila Taylor McDuffie, Atlanta, Maryland.
All right. Yep, Miss Sheila McDuffie.
Good morning. Good morning.
Vicki Soto looks happy.
Yes. Good morning, Miss Vicki Soto. How are you, lady?
It's awesome, totally awesome. Hey, can I say something real quick? You know,
yes,
during the holidays, some people, go through some things. Maybe they just lost somebody in their family. You know, people tend to die around this period of time because, well, it has to do with that vitamin D thing. But let me just say, if you know somebody in your family that's going through a little bit of depression, or maybe they're grieving or something like that, I found out on Thanksgiving, I gave one of my cousins a vitamin B spray, and she has been happy, smiling, and laughing for the first time, and I can't tell you how long. So, be sure and get that B spray to the people that need it this time of the year. All of us should be smiling and happy, right?
Mm. Hey, Miss Vicki, Executive Founding Member, why don't you down on the speaker line and share that with us again, okay?
Okay, dear. I will.
Yes, down on the speaker line. I mean now, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thanks, sweetie. Well, family, anyone else want to introduce yourself before we mute out?
Robert Smith, Washington, D.C.
Who is that? Hey, Robert, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fantastically well.
Good to hear you this morning.
Good to be here.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Oh, great, wonderful people. Boy, it's so good to hear you dialing in. And I know some of you are probably just getting up because I know you've been up all night. If you're like me, we were up till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning just eating and eating and eating until it was just ridiculous. We had so much food in the house. But it was wonderful to sit around the table with friends and family and just talk and laugh and share so many great things that happen throughout the year. And it's good to see family members that you haven't seen in a while. And it was such a joy to really share and talk about the vitamin sprays because people are looking for something better. This time of the year, of course, everyone's heart is turned towards, wanting to do better than they did this year. Everyone wants to accomplish goals and they want to do things that they've never done before. They've been putting things off and they're determined. Something about this time of the year that just makes you determined, this year coming, I'm going to do it. But what was great I saw about the vitamin sprays is that people want to take better care of themselves. They were talking about, like Vicki was saying, sometimes people are tired. And I think sometimes people think that that's just the way they're supposed to feel when they get a certain age. I think they think they're supposed to feel tired or they're supposed to be overweight or they're supposed to have a pot belly. I don't know what it is. They just think that that's the way it's supposed to be. But when you begin to show them stories and testimonies of people who are, 60, 65, who've lost this weight, who's flattened their stomach, and they now have the energy. You got Apostle Quick, who's 78, and he's doing knee bends and stretching, and he's jumping up and down, even talking about getting married again. You got Bishop Henfield, who was over 200 pounds, who's now down to like 160, and he was on an oxygen tank, and he's no longer on it. He's lost all this weight. He's talking about getting a Mercedes-Benz, just living this wonderful life that for some reason, some people when they get a certain age, they think that that time of life is over. But it's just beginning. And when you begin to share these stories about the vitamin sprays and say, yeah, you can get the energy if you want it. Yes, you can lose that weight. I had, some members of the study was saying, boy, I wish I could lose this weight. I wish I could get down to your size, Denise. I'm like, well, you can. It's possible. And then when I show them pictures, like if you look at the pictures that I posted on my Facebook page of Melissa Honeybee and where she was and how much weight she lost because of the vitamin D. She always says vitamin D first, along with the Slim by 10. And Millicent Fitzgerald, how much she's lost. And we heard about Carlisa Washington and the 98 pounds that she lost and all the stories. People with diabetes and high blood pressure that is now in control. People who couldn't sleep at night are now sleeping at night. People who was living in pain and living off of medication just to get it through one day, no longer on a bucket full of medication, taking pills and prescribed drugs, but no longer on that. And they're smiling and they're glowing and they're living a wonderful life. And I think that that's a wonderful thing to share and to give people hope to as they look into 2015. And those are some of the stories that were shared, and people made that commitment. Well, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get those sprays, and I'm going to start spraying away. And I'm going to start telling people, and I'm just going to make that difference. So you have to just, just do it. You just do it. You just share it. And don't let people give up. Don't let them say, well, I don't have the finances. Oh, I can't afford it. Yeah, you can't afford not to. If you care about yourself and you love yourself, you're going to want to give yourself these sprays. And that's what you have to tell your loved ones. If you really care about yourself, you need to start taking care of yourself right now and start with these sprays because you are simply going to love it. Well, I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to bring on my business partner who's out in Florida. Him and his wife out there just showing off in Florida. My business partner, Pastor Joe Wafer. Are you there, sir?
I am here. Yes, I am. I'm not in Florida, but I'm here.
I'm sorry. Where are you?
I'm in Georgia.
In Georgia. Where am I? I'm thinking about Disney World. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Disney World this morning. That's fine. It's Florida.
No. We're in Georgia. We've been moving through Georgia, through Savannah, through Waycross, and now we're up here in Lawrenceville. Spent some time coming through Atlanta. So, we're just spending a week away. But, we've been having a great time and talking to a lot of people and sharing. Had a great time talking to family. I tell you, this is just a great, season to just spend time with family and friends and listen to their year. And, when you get into these group settings and people are sharing their lives and they're sharing what's going on, they're telling you what they appreciate, that has happened this year. They tell you where the challenges are. We took a group photo, and one of our nieces, she's like, "Oh my God, I got to lose weight." She was sitting next to me, and I said, "I got to spray for that." So you just you take the opportunities, as you said, Pastor Denise. People say, "Well, I can't afford it, and I can't." You know what? You're absolutely right. You cannot afford not to. Mm-hmm. Because what you cannot afford is you cannot afford to be sick. You cannot afford to be, laid up for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. You cannot afford to have chronic disease and chronic illness that runs you back and forth to the doctor. You cannot afford to not have peace of mind about your health. And so that's why we shouldn't shy away from what we have. What we have is a great product that's changing people's lives. And as a result of that, we cannot shy away from what it is doing and helping people to change their lives. So it's really, really important for us to stay focused and stay on message and stay committed to what we signed up to do. We signed up to change people's lives. And that come in many facets. That come in through our sprays. That come in through our motivation that we give. That come through the finances that comes along with this great opportunity. In many ways, when we stay focused on changing people's lives, you look for the opportunity to be able to do that. And it's the little things. I'm in my my grandson's room, and he's an athlete. He's a basketball player, and he has on his wall. He says, "Enjoy the little things in life, for someday you realize that they were the big things." And that's really it's important. Is that enjoy these times that we think are just the little times and spend it with family. Oh yeah, but when we get past this and we get on the other side of age, we'll start to see how important these times were. And you'll see how important these times were when you were able to change somebody's life. When you look back over your life and people say, had you not presented this business to me, had you not told me about these sprays, just think about what that would be like. Pastor D, what if you'd have stopped What if you stopped at the fourth no when you invited me to see this business? What if you said, well, you know what? I feel like I'm bothering. I feel like I'm badgering. He already done told me no 4 times. I'm not going to ask anymore. I mean, where would our life be? You know, we would definitely not be where we are today as a result of that. So, you know, we just have to take the opportunity to know that you have something that is really, really good, that's really changing lives and changing people's health. And you know what? You just got to be bullheaded with it and keep talking to people about it, because they don't know any better. You know, you don't know what you don't know. You know, you deal with people who don't know what you know. So they don't know what you know. So you have to really, really be focused on making sure that they get the information that they're supposed to have to help make the changes that they need to make. And you know, Vicki made a great comment about vitamin D. And Vicki, are you on the line?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, I think that was a great comment that you made, because, you know, it's just a couple of people that we were talking to today that, not today, but this weekend, this week that we've been out, we've talking to a number of people, and consistent. You know, when we talk about vitamin D, they say, oh, yeah, my doctor just told me my vitamin D levels are down. And, you know, they gave me this prescription. You know, we're in that season. We're in that winter season where people's vitamin D levels drop, their cholesterol levels rise as a result of not getting the right kind of sun and not getting it often enough. Just pick up where you left off. I thought that was very important that you were saying.
Oh, well, thank you. But, you know, of course, like everybody else, I've run into a lot of people that are going through problems in my own family. And the problem with, you know, sometimes when you're talking to your family, it's a little...
Hey, Vicki, there's like a little echo in your phone. I'm not sure if it's on speaker, but it's a little...
Not my phone, I don't think. Hold on for a second. Hold on.
That sounds better right there, whatever you did.
Okay, then maybe it is me. Hold on for a second. Is it back again?
No, that's good right there.
Yeah, you're good. Very good.
Okay. Okay, so what I was saying was, you know, one of the things that we don't think about every year is how many people are suffering during Christmas time. I mean, the rest of us, you know, ones of us who are sprayed up and prayed up, we're pretty much, you know, happy and merry and, of course, enjoying our family. But then, you know, you run across people in your family who are going through things, and you never know what people are going through. But I noticed some things this year because, you know, I always tell people, if you're not sharing the sprays, that's almost a scandal, okay? Because if you have people around you who are suffering, why would you not at least tell them, hey, I've got a spray that may help you? You know, we can't say it cures anybody, but it will not hurt for you to tell them. So I was watching one of my cousins who, she's lost both of her parents. And she's pretty young. I mean, she's, you know, much younger than me. And she's lost both of her parents, and she's not quite gotten over that. It didn't happen recently, but it happened during the holidays. And every time she goes to the holidays, you know, she remembers she don't have her parents and so forth and so on. So I said to her, I said, you know, I know, you know, in the past she has asked me about the Slim and stuff, and I've tried to convince her to take all the sprays because I'm a firm believer that you need more than just one, especially if you've been fighting weight problems for a long time. But you know, she only asked for the Slim. So I said to her, I said, you know, maybe you should try the B12 and the B6 and the B Boost spray because it may help you with, you know, some things that you're going through. But she didn't understand what I was saying, and that's okay. She took the spray, and she sprayed it right there at Thanksgiving dinner. And I watched, and I saw a difference in her immediately. I mean, she started talking to people. She was laughing. She was asking me questions. I mean, I thought to myself, how crazy is it that I have something in my purse that can change somebody's life immediately? You know, think about that. It's just, you know, one of the things I always reflect on is when we first went out to California and got the sprays, we had no idea what we were getting. It was like they gave us gold, okay? We went there thinking, hey, what are we going to get, right? You know, we knew we were going to get something, but we didn't know what it was. We still didn't know what it was after they gave it to us, but we started using it and we started spraying it. And the first thing we noticed is the vitamin B spray made everybody smile. And that was so huge. We started calling it the happy juice because we noticed that immediately, if you look up vitamin B, you notice it affects the nervous system. The nervous system is so huge in our body. We take it for granted. We take all that stuff for granted. But to have an immediate effect where you would see people smiling and happy and talking and giggling, I remember thinking, wow, what is this stuff? Do you remember thinking that? It was like somebody had given us some kind of euphoric thing, and it was in a vitamin form. So I couldn't wrap my mind about it. But, that still to this day affects me. When I see people who are sad, the first thing I think is, oh my gosh, I could probably change that right now, So you can't help but, talk to people about what the sprays do. And don't be afraid to share it. It's just somebody who's suffering. I was standing in line in Macy's, of course, like everybody else in the world. And there was a lady standing there with oxygen connected to her, Pastor Denise. And you know what I thought as soon as I saw her. Because when I see somebody carrying oxygen, the first thing I think about is Pastor Denise saying, that just was not going to look good with my dress. She said it was not a good look for her. And I thought about the lady, and guess what? She had on a nice outfit, but she had oxygen. She had the little hose that was connected to her nose. And when I see somebody like that, I sit there and I think to myself, okay, this person does not know me from Adam. And they're probably going to say, why are you telling me this? But I try to find a way that I can kind of tell them, I know something that will help you. Could you give me your information? Because most people, they want help. They don't care what it is. They want to know. If it's going to help, they want to know. I didn't go into what the sprays were or anything. I just told her I know something that may help her. And she was interested, okay? That's as easy as it gets, guys. When you're not showing a product or anything and you're just telling somebody you might be able to help them, that's as easy as it gets. So one more story. This story amazes me, okay? And most people it wouldn't amaze them, but to me it amazed me because, I am a blue personality, which means I know a lot of people, I talk a lot, and I really don't remember anything, okay? I have fun. I like meeting people. I love making friends. Okay, true enough. But let me tell you this story. My husband, we went out to celebrate his birthday back in October, and we went to one of those Brazilian steakhouses with one of his best friends, okay, and his wife. And we were sitting at the table waiting for them to bring all that massive meat that they bring to you. And she was telling me that she was suffering from a migraine headache. And I turned and looked at her because we'd had a conversation before about the sprays, but she was reluctant to go there, because she knows what I do. And she was thinking, oh, no, Vicki, you ain't going to get me to start selling stuff, right? And I had told her a long time ago, that you don't have to sell a spray. But, I said, no, I ain't in the convincing business, so I didn't go any further. Well, let me just tell you this. She sat there and I pulled out my spray and I said, you know what? I got to tell you, Andy, that I've got a spray that can help you with those migraine headaches. And I said, I can't tell you that it's for sure that it will heal or cure you or prevent anything, but look, I'm going to give you this spray and you can try it out. And you guys, you know me. I forgot I gave her the spray, okay? I gave her the spray that night in October. I forgot I gave it to her. Then recently, her husband called me and he ordered 4 Super 10 sprays. And I said, why do you need 4 Super 10? I mean, I had forgotten. I had completely talked to her about it, gave her a spray or anything. Okay. I said, why do you need 4 Super 10 sprays? And he says, I'll talk to you when we come over there. We're coming over tonight to pick them up. They had never been to my house before. So here they show up at my doorstep for these 4 sprays. I had to call around because I didn't have 4 sprays to get them 2 more sprays. And they get here, and I said to my husband, I said, do you know why your friend's wanting 4 Super 10 sprays? And he says, no, he's never said anything to me about it. So they come here and sit down, And I pull out the 4 sprays. I said, I finally collected 4 Super 10 sprays for you. And I said, what are you planning to do with them? He says, 2 of them are for my wife, and 2 of them are for people she works with. And I looked at him, and she smiled at me, and she goes, Vicki, don't you remember you gave me a Super 10 spray? It worked. And don't you know, she told me that she hasn't had any problems with her migraines. And not only that, Pastor Denise, she said she's sleeping for the first time. And I completely forgot I gave her this spray, okay?
And it's a good thing, and it's a good thing that she used them. You know, it's a good thing that she used them. And using them, she got the results. And Vicki, you're so right when you said that we have something in our purse that can help people. And I love the fact that you saw someone with a condition and you had compassion and you took action. And I love the fact that you didn't go through the spill that I have these vitamin sprays, but that you said, I have something that can help you. I mean, I have your information. I'll send it to you. I just think that was just a classic approach. Instead of trying to stand there in the store and you know, talk about the sprays to a total stranger, but to give her a website that she can research and then look at it and see her condition being listed on there. And like you said, people do want to get better. They want to feel better. And it's like with me, when we went to that secret meeting, and it just took that one doctor there that said he had asthma and that he took vitamin D to help him. I needed to hear that. And I said, hey, that's what I need. That's what I had. That's what I need. So, and when you send her information, she's going to read something that's going to identify the condition that she's dealing with along with the solution. And boy, I love that approach. I love that.
Well, I'm going to do one more step beyond that. I'm going to send her the information, but I'm also going to send her, because I've got your testimony on the 10 Testimonies YouTube channel, so I'm also going to send her the video so she can hear somebody talk about what happened to them. Because, you know, the testimonies are huge. I mean, you can read information, you can look at information. When you see somebody, and Pastor Denise, that was such an awesome video, by the way. Everybody talks about that video. Everybody asks me, where is that video?
On YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. So whenever somebody talks about, you know, having breathing problems or something like that, I always send them to that testimony. And I would advise everybody on this call to use the testimonies every chance you get, because not only are they really, really strong and very, very effective, but also they're easy to pass. You know, I found out that I sent the testimonies to one person, and they sent it to another person. And this lady, I had no idea who she was, sent me back a message saying she wanted the spray. And I asked her, I said, how did you find out the spray? She said, one of my friends sent me the testimony from the lady that had problems breathing. I don't even know who she was.
Wow.
So that's how effective the testimonies are. And that specific one, and quite a few others. I mean, we've got so many testimonies. You know, it gets to a point where you can't even figure out which one to use. You're just like, okay, this is good and this is good. No, that one is good. And by the time you get done, the people who are reading the email are going, oh my gosh, how many videos are you going to send me, right? So,
wow. Those are great tools to use, and we got to use them. I mean, and I love that, Vicki, send not only the website, but send the testimony of someone where they can, and the thing about it, when you have a condition, just like when Jesse Bowden, when Jesse's sharing his testimony about having diabetes, anyone that's dealing with diabetes, he's using terminology that someone has a condition is dealing with. So they're going to know exactly what they mean when he says this A1C level was at 12, and they're going to know exactly what he's talking about. But they're also going to know exactly what he's talking about when he says, now it's a 5.6. And they're going to go, wow, I need to get mine down there. So here's somebody who's dealing with the same things they're dealing with, taking the same medication, the metformin, dealing with that A1C level being too high, but now taking these wonderful sprays, but now their A1C level is within normal range. So who is dealing with diabetes is not going to take action on that?
Yes, and like we said, we're carrying that in our purse.
Yeah.
I mean, whew. It's so serious.
Now, Vicki, did we kick Pastor Dill out the conversation again? Why do we do that when you and I get on the call? Pastor Joe, are you there?
Well, yeah, well, it's good information, though. I mean, great information to have. But, it's always good to be able to communicate these things. And I'm like Vicki. When I see people, out, when I'm out and about and I see people with oxygen tanks and I see people, canes and crutches and, when you're in this business long enough and you started researching the product and you start hearing so many different testimonies of fibromyalgia and all these other things, you start looking for certain signs when you're talking to people and see people. You start looking at, discoloration around the eyes and puffiness and swelling and all of these kind of things start triggering things in your mind because you've heard people on the call talk about their symptoms. And what those symptoms represented, and when they got on the product, their symptoms went away. So I'm always out there, and I'll be sitting somewhere in a coffee shop, and I'm just people watching. I say, I wonder if that person has a low vitamin D level. I wonder if that person has this because of what I'm seeing. So you start thinking that, wow, we really have some powerful products, guys. We really have some great stuff, and there's a lot of people out there who have no clue that all they need is natural supplements and natural vitamins, and it can change their life. So, we're constantly seeing people and saying, wow, you know what, we probably can help them. And it's like Vicki, it's just finding the courage to find a way to have a conversation. And as you do that, as Vicki said, people want help. Especially if you're telling them, let me give you some information. If you give me your email address and your phone number, let me give you some information, and I'm sure this stuff will help you. And all you got to do is take a look at it. It might be for you, it may not be for you. They're not making any commitments. They're just saying, I'll look at it, and you got their information to follow up. So we really have some powerful stuff that is changing people's lives, and there's a lot of people walking by us every day that we can be talking to about how to change their health.
And if you have your ears open, you'll hear them talk about, people talk about the weather and their health. I've noticed that. Have you ever noticed that they talk about either the weather or if they're not feeling well? I can't tell you how often I hear somebody say, I just got over a bad virus, or I've been having trouble. I've been having pain in my, hip, or, just stuff like that. And as soon as somebody says they have pain, of course, you know what I think. Oh, my gosh, we've got something for that. Nobody should be in pain around us. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And Vicki, you're so true. People will tell you about their health condition in a flash. I mean, they don't have to know you. I was in CVS over throughout the week, Christmas Eve in CVS, and the gentleman was in there ringing my items up, and just he says, well, I'll be glad when I finish the day. He said, because with all these people coming in here with all these germs and sneezing, and it's getting all over me. He said, now I'm not feeling good. Now I feel like I'm sneezing. I feel chilled because he said, I'm getting sick from everybody that's coming here sick. I said, have you checked? Just by chance, have you checked your vitamin D level? Because you need a really good, strong high vitamin D level so your immune system can fight against that. Because you are in your customer service. You're shaking hands with people every day that's coming to the counter, they're sneezing, and they're handing you stuff that has germs on it. I said, so you really need a very strong immune system. I said, have you ever heard of these vitamin sprays? He said, vitamin sprays? He says, no. I said, look, gave him a card. I said, go to this website. And just learn about the importance of vitamin spray, and then and then give me a call. He says, "Oh wow, thank you. I'll do that. I said, "What you need is vitamin D. I can tell you now, you need vitamin D." I said, "Matter of fact, call your doctor and ask them what is your vitamin D level. I guarantee it's below 30." And but the fact that he had never heard of vitamin D sprays, but the fact that he was so willing to tell me how sick he was, and he doesn't know me, and that people will tell you, total strangers, if you stand around them long enough, they will tell you what condition is they're dealing with. And we have the answer right in our purse or our jacket pocket.
I know. And a lot of people are afraid to talk to strangers because we're taught in an early age not to talk to strangers. I mean, it's the hardest thing for us to get past because we're taught by our parents when we're young not to talk to strangers. But here's the thought. If and I know, not everybody is, God-fearing or Christian or anything, but this is how I feel about it. My feeling is God wants me to communicate that I can help somebody. So if somebody says that they're in pain or if they're suffering or if I can tell they're going through depression, I'm going to talk to them. I may not even mention the sprays, like I said, but I will say to them, there's somebody that can help you with this, and there's probably something out there that can help you with. In fact, I probably have information that may help you immediately. And then they are like, okay, I want to know what it is. I mean, they're telling me their information. Okay, I'm not even saying, give me your contact information. Well, let me give you my this and that, and just send me the information. So, you'd be surprised how many people are just waiting for something to help them. Out there, we're just ignoring them if we're not telling them the information or telling them we can send them some information. So.
Wow. Ooh, like Mel Gill said, pay attention. She said, pay attention. Well, it's been a great call. Thank you, Executive Founding Member, 2-car winner, Vicki Soto. Appreciate you joining us this morning. We're going to go out to Atlanta, Georgia, to One-Star Kevin Vaughn. I know he's listening. Kevin Vaughn, are you there, sir? With any comments?
Absolutely. Can you hear me today? Can you hear me, guys? Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. How are you?
Vicki, doing great. Pastor Dale, Pastor Nice, and Vicki, guys, how you doing today?
We're doing great. Kevin, how's it going in Georgia?
Oh, fantastic. Another beautiful day here. We just thank God for everything, guys. And Vicki, that was incredible. I was taking notes, man, with all y'all today. But, Vicki, I was taking some awesome notes today from you. Thank you so much for all that you do for the team and Pastor Nice and Pastor Dale. We had a great year. I know it's not over yet, but we've had a great year. These calls are amazing. And I just wanted to mention a few things before, just on the comments on what's been said, because people do need the sprays, ladies and gentlemen. We've got to keep talking. You guys know that, Vicki. We got to keep talking. You've got to tell everybody about the sprays. You got to just keep talking and telling. One of the things we're going to talk about today is planning well. In a few seconds, I'm going to go over some awesome quotes for you today. But real quickly, guys, I'm going to tell you how powerful. I think all of us know this already. But I was at one of the gas stations the other day and talked to a gentleman who happened to be a therapist. But guess what? He also was an apostle because I got his business card. But he didn't know anything about the sprays, ladies and gentlemen. Gave him my card, got his card, and going to follow back up with him this week. But my point is you need to talk to everybody because you don't know who they are. This could be a therapist that knows thousands of therapists, or hundreds, or maybe just 4 more aces. I don't know. But the point is, guys, you've got to talk to everybody. He had no clue about the sprays when I told him about the vitamin sprays that are available. He was just blown away. So keep talking to everybody. And also, too, Pastor Nice, Pastor Dale, and Vicki, the one I love, I always do as well. I've been doing this before, but for example, when you see people driving down the street and you can get a chance to get their attention, and guess what? And their tire is just a little low, I try my best to get that, get your attention to let them know, hey, your left, right, rear tire is low. Please pay attention to that. Get the air in it or whatever, get it fixed so they don't have an accident or issue later on. So the point is, we want to tell people that their tire is flat. Are going flat. Let people know that there's something going on. I don't know exactly what it is, but you may be a little flat. Let me share some information with you, ladies and gentlemen. But I always try to catch somebody that has a flat tire or the tire's going flat, guys, to let them know, hey, you got to get some air in your tire or get it repaired. And they're always appreciative when you give them an opportunity, to do that if you can. So always let people know their tire's flat. Let them know there's something going on. I don't know exactly, but I think we have a spray for that. Just keep helping people, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep helping people. And as Pastor Dale mentioned earlier, too, guys, people want help. They really want help. We got to talk. Vicki talked about it. We've got to talk to people. People also want a warm contact. I know that for a fact, guys. People want contact with other people. They really do. There's a lot of folks that just don't talk on a regular basis. For some reason, they don't talk to other people on a regular basis, but people do want contact. And lastly, guys, people want solutions. They want solutions to what's going on. I'm asking people all the time, ask questions. There's always something lacking somewhere in their life that they want a solution to. So continue to contact and network everybody, guys. One of my favorite quotes is network the planet. Talk to everybody you can. Hey, guys, let's get to these awesome quotes real quickly, guys. Y'all ready for some awesome quotes today? Are you ready? Are you ready, Pastor? Amen.
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
planning. This is on planning well. This is one thing that Pastor Denise and Pastor Dale and Vicki teach us all throughout the year is plan well. And the first quote, guys, is decide, commit, and succeed. We have to first decide, right? Then we got to commit to the plan, commit to the things that the leaders are teaching us, and succeed, ladies and gentlemen. Our next quote of the day is so powerful. Stop saying I wish and start saying I will. All right, we need to change that vocabulary a little bit, guys, just starting today. Stop saying I wish and stop saying I will, ladies and gentlemen, and you will succeed. Here, our next wonderful quote of the day is about you. Invest in yourself, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Vicki was talking about. Invest in yourself. You can afford it. Trust me. You've got to invest in yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Invest in yourself. You can afford it. You got to trust me on that one, guys. That's what the quote said of the day today. Hey, the last quote of the day is very, very powerful, guys. I love this one. This is the one that got me excited here as well. Be kind to unkind people. They need it the most. Most people don't see or comprehend your vision or goals. Keep moving. You are on a mission. Back to you, Pastor Denise, Pastor Vicki.
Great quote. Once I can remind you that one quote you said about what it said. Stop saying that I what was it again?
Stop stop saying I wish and start saying I will.
Start saying I will. And I say stop saying I will and start saying I did.
There you go. Yeah, I like that.
Let's do this, State Family. Let's do this because I'm telling you what we have, and we keep saying it, people are looking for it. And the only way they're going to know that you have it is if you start talking about it passionately.
That's right.
Not just for a sale, not just to get another team member, but really from your heart, share what you have heard and what the vitamin sprays are doing for you. Your own testimony is going to be your power. You take the sprays, and I know if you are taking the sprays consistently, you are getting results. So you start talking about what the sprays are doing for you, and you will watch people's eyes just lighten up because they're going to hear something that's going to relate to what either they're going through or someone that they know is going through. So do what Amy Gill says, the best advice you could give us all is to share, share, and share. Yeah. Pastor Dale,
well,
you to say, sir? Mm-hmm.
Well, there's an important day today. It's somebody's birthday today. You know that.
Today is December the 20th.
I don't know if he popped in on the call. You know, sometimes he's on the call, sometimes he's not. But today is the director of field relations.
Oh.
Robert Hickens. Robert Hickens. Today is his birthday, guys. So I don't know. Rob, are you on the line today? Sometimes he pops in, sometimes he doesn't. But are you on the line today, sir? Well, sounds like he's not. But guys, we want to send Rob a happy birthday. Send him an email. Send him a text. Let him know that he's loved and appreciated, and we're wishing him a very, very happy birthday today.
Fantastic. That's awesome. Yeah.
Wow. Happy birthday, Rob. Y'all flood his Facebook page, Robert Hickens, and also on the Team Effort Network Facebook page. And send him a text. Just flood him with love. Robert is an awesome person, and he's at every big event, setting up and working side by side, hand in hand with Mel and Amy Gill. And he's been with us since the beginning, since the mothership, Team Effort Network. So we love Robert dearly. Happy birthday, buddy. Okay, family, it's been a great week. I know you've all had a lovely time visiting family and friends and members and executive family member. Vicki, so do you have any closing remarks before we end the call?
Yes, I have one thing to say, and that is to remember to spread love. That's what the season is all about. Spread love.
Oh, spray love. Another T-shirt. Spray love. I know you said spread love, but I thought, spray love. Love it, family. Thank you all for being here this week. You are awesome. 10 extravaganza right around the corner. We're going into 2015, kicking the door down. For many of us, it has already started. We've set our goals and we're reaching them, and we're not turning back. Thank you all for being here today. Do not forget, come back Monday morning. The Spanish call will be today at 9:10 Pacific time, a.m. right at this number. So if you have Spanish-speaking guests, get them on the call and let them hear the great passion and excitement that's taking place and Team at the Network. Go out this weekend, make it happen, make a difference. You're going to be back out there again in the stores, and as you're walking by, just share some, share the love, share the love, just share the love. Be back Monday morning to hear more great things that happen here, and know this family, you are loved, and you are greatly appreciated. God bless you, and have a blessed day on purpose. Mwah.